Welcome back to the Fan Railer K channel, where I rail fan and travel back in time. Today we're going to be talking about the history of the GE Genesis P42DCs and learn more about their history and replacements. The P42DCs are locomotives built by General Electric, or GE, and are workhorses for many railroads across the U.S. The first order for GE P42DCs came in the early 1990s when Amtrak wanted to replace their Dash 8 locomotives in passenger service on their lines. On February 7, 1996, the P42s entered service on Amtrak, supplementing the Dash 8s from service and placing them as non-revenue work trains for Amtrak. The P42s were numbered from 1 to 207, which adds up to a total of 207 P42s ordered for Amtrak. But many of you didn't know this. The P42s were prone to turbo oil seal failures, which causes hot oil to get into the exhaust pipes, often causing engine fires. As the years progressed, the P42s became a household name and were the backbone of Amtrak's fleet. Around the time that Amtrak ordered their P42s, Via Rail wanted to order their own, so in 2001 they placed an order with GE for 86 P42DCs to replace older F40PH locomotives. Also, in addition to Amtrak and Via Rail ordering their P42DCs, the Connecticut Department of Transportation, or CONDOT, placed an order in 2005 for their own P42DCs for CT Rail's Shoreline East. But in 2018, the Shoreline East was electrified and switched to operating MA-EMUs built by Kawasaki, sold to CONDOT for Metro North. So with Shoreline East being electrified, CONDOT transferred their P42DC fleet over to the Hartford line for service between New Haven and Springfield, Massachusetts. So back to Amtrak's P42s for a moment. On December 1st, 2018, Amtrak placed an order with Siemens Mobility for 75 all-new ALC-42 Charger locomotives to replace their P42s. Similar to the SC-44 Chargers on many state-supported lines, and in 2022, Amtrak upped their order from 75 to 125 ALC-42s in total. While the ALC-42s were being ordered, the SC-44s replaced the P-42s in the Midwest, and they would be entered into long-distance service. The lines that still have P-42s to this day are the Southwest Chief, Texas Eagle, Lakeshore Limited, and the California Zephyr. All other long-distance routes are powered by the new Siemens ALC-42, at least for the time being. For the intercity and state-supported routes, P-42s can be found on the Northeast Regional, Vermonter, Pennsylvanian, Palmetto, Carolinian, Downeaster, Springfield Shuttle, Heartland Flyer, as well as the Cascade service in the Pacific Northwest. Similar to the ALC-42 Charger replacing the P-42s on long-distance service, Amtrak is working with Siemens to order new Aero train sets, which are venture trains that have a locomotive, a few passenger cars, and a cab car on the end opposite of the locomotive, allowing for quick turnarounds. These train sets will replace all Amfleet, Horizon, and Talgo 8 trains used across all of Amtrak's network. But many of you are wondering, how is Amtrak going to use these new trains on the lines that are partially electrified and partially diesel-powered? Well, that's a good question. The order for venture train sets will include dual-mode locomotives and auxiliary power vehicles, or APVs, capable of switching between diesel and overhead electricity. The new dual-mode charger is named the ALC-42E, similar to the diesel-only ALC-42 on much of Amtrak's long-distance routes. And so, now that you guys know that the P-42s are being replaced by the ALC-42s and the new Siemens venture train sets, but many of you have one question to ask, and that is, what will happen to the P-42s after they are retired? Well, that's a good question. Many of you predict that after the P-42s are replaced, they will be gutted and turned into non-powered control units. Well, that is not the case with the P-42s. Hint, there is actually one P-42 that was converted into a cab car from the original number of 184 to its new number of 9700. But the P-42s won't be converted into cab cars for two reasons. One, the P-42s are built from a single locomotive shell rather than multiple parts, and two, Amtrak already has new venture cab cars on order with Siemens, but the use of a cab car is needed. But instead of it being P-42s converted into cab car use is now being used by the HHP-8 electric locomotives. As of right now, the locomotives are being converted into cab cars with the removal of roof gear such as the pantographs and the renumbering in the 9750 series from 9750 to 9758. Some of these non-powered HHP-8s would be wrapped in Amtrak's new Phase 7 paint scheme, while the rest would stay in the Phase 5 paint scheme. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about the history of the P42DCs. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you love this video, subscribe to the channel so I can make more of these history videos and continue my chase to 1,000 subscribers. Stay safe out there, and keep on rolling.